playing every game and you're playing through that. Just how'd you feel throughout this series? And then just kind of what you see today that maybe you guys didn't have enough?
Yeah, I mean, ankles are sore, but, everybody's going through something in the playoffs. So if you could play through it, got to go out there and play. No excuses about it. Just tonight, just didn't have it. I mean, as a team, I think, they came out, wanted to set the tone, be extra physical, push the pace as much as they could, like they've been trying to do all series, and they were able to execute their game plan. We couldn't as much, so credit to them on that.
Just thinking about this season, obviously the idea is a big four with you guys all going together, and then Doc comes around and you don't really get a ton of time together in the regular season. In the playoffs, you get 0 minutes together. Just kind of how frustrating is it to have a season end like this where you guys are dealing with injuries again?
It's unfortunate, but it's part of life, part of the game, part of sports. I mean, that's why you build a team. In case some guys go down, if a guy goes down, hopefully as a team you can step up and, put it together. The last couple of years we haven't been able to do that. I think, the year we won it, everybody forgets Dante DiVincenzo had an injury. P.J. Tucker stepped into a role, and we were still able to compete and end up winning the championship that year. The last couple of years we just weren't good enough as a team, and, there's no excuses about it. I feel I'm not going to say just because Giannis was out, Dame was out, I was hurt, whatever. The last couple of years, every team is going through something at some point. It's just you have to have the best team to keep playing at this point in the season.
Just with Dame coming back today, what that mean to you as a teammate to see him battling just to return tonight?
It meant a lot. It's showing that, he was going through a serious thing that had been bothering him for a while. But he felt he was good enough to go out there and play tonight. And I thought, he gave it everything he had also. So there was a lot of respect from me, I think from everybody inside that locker room that, he went out there and played, I don't know how many, 34, 35 minutes. We needed him tonight. We just, couldn't pull it out.
I know you probably haven't had time to think about it, but what does the offseason look like for you?
The same. I mean, I think this is the first time in a while I don't have to go through a rehab stage, so that's fun. Get to spend time with my family, my kids, my wife, golf a little bit, work out, get better, get ready for next season.
We spent a lot of time early on asking you about your minutes and yada yada about all the injury and stuff you have. Just what do you make of this entire season for you? Are you just happy with how it all played out, considering you were able to be on the floor in the playoffs and down the stretch?
Yeah, I think the medical staff did a great job of taking care of me, coming off my surgery from the summertime. I was frustrated with, the minute progressions and, not playing back-to-backs, but they knew what was going to be best for myself and my body. So, end all be all, I'm extremely happy the way, they managed my body just to get me to this point to where I can play 40 minutes and, feel great the next day or good enough to keep going. So, major shout out and thanks to them for
To
that.
have Doc come in, and obviously the goal was to keep going beyond this point, though. What was this half a season like under him? And just, his coaching, the game plan, so all that stuff, like what was, now that you can look back at it, how good was he? And how are you looking forward to having a summer camp?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I think, at first we started off slow because I was out. He started off on the West Coast trip against the reigning champs, which is tough. But I thought he was great all season, or half the year long, getting us organized, getting us prepared. I think that was the main thing I could take away from second half of the season. I think, summertime and leading to training camp, it's going to be great that we have a lot of time where we can have conversations. We all can get on the same page. Even Dame. I mean, Dame came in, I think, a week before training camp. So that was a curveball also. So to get a full off season where we know what to expect about, who's going to be in that building, have those conversations, get ready for next year. I think some type of continuity is going to be great for us.
Hey, Khris, every time we talk to your teammates, coaches, and really people even from outside of this organization, they had such high praise for you, especially considering this series run for you, your basketball IQ. How do you feel about where you are at this point in your career and about this season overall, especially considering all the injuries that you've dealt with in recent years?
Yeah, I've always said I feel like I have a lot left to go. I mean, this series, I felt like I had a great series, but at the end of the day, it wasn't good enough to advance. So take that into the summertime, use that as motivation to figure out how to get better, stronger, conditioning-wise, everything. You know, I'm a guy that feels like if I just can't be satisfied no matter, you know, how I perform, good or bad, or make any type of excuses about how I perform. So I'm just excited about the summertime, you know, figure out ways to get better personally. And yeah, go from there.